Whoa, okay. Oops, I gotta hide this from yesterday. Good morning, everybody. Hope we're all doing okay. Sorry for the longish wait in the beginning. I was doing some last minute stuff. I was getting a tweet ready. Oops. Hope you didn't hear me. Anyways. Today we are continuing Dark Nights. We are going to continue or officially start Sachiro's route. And I wonder what his route will be. Sachiro last time was searching for a haunted house, and he led us into the woods where we met Ayrivynne. It looks like they know each other from Sachiro constantly going into the woods. So let me pull up the game. Where is it? Set a full screen. Okay. Let me do, I guess, a volume check. Because I don't want the game to be too soft and too loud either. Okay, it sounds pretty good on my end. So we're gonna keep it at this. If it's too loud or too soft, please let me know. Alright, okay. Yes. Okay. Next day. So we just came back from the forest. From that first day. So let's see where this brings us to. I decided to ask around about the haunted house during my lunch break at school. A haunted house, huh? I've never heard about anything like that. Are you sure? I'm looking into it for someone, and any help would be appreciated. Maybe they're just confused. I've heard a lot of stories about this area, but nothing like that. I guess it could be a new name for an older rumor. Maybe even something that was created recently. Does anything similar come to mind then? Let me think. There's the school ghost, the forest demon, and the Kenriji mansion. Maybe you're looking for the Kenriji mansion? It's been abandoned for years. So you could argue that it's haunted. The Kenriji mansion, huh? They say the mansion near the library used to belong to them. Supposedly, they were like the village's celebrities. Everyone knew them. Unfortunately, many people were envious of their wealth and influence. The entire family was murdered in cold blood. I just remember I didn't tweet the post. Let me do that right now. Okay. There may be more to it, but that's when it's known to the public. I personally haven't looked into it that much. That's crazy. I can't believe anyone would murder an entire family out of jealousy. Well, it happened a long time ago. Things were different back then. Nowadays, there are a lot of rumors about the mansion. They say if you get close to it when it's dark out, you can hear the Kenriji's blood-curdling screams. Murdered souls can't rest in peace, so people believe. Sounds like a haunted house to me. I can tell what you're playing by the look on your face. Why don't we check out the mansion together? Even though I don't think ghosts exist, the thought of them does spook me a little. Sorry, Leoji, I'll have to decline your offer. You're like a walking supernatural repellent. Nothing exciting ever happens when you're around. Remember when we looked for that demon in the forest? It was worth a try. Just let me know if you change your mind. The chances of me getting killed by a ghost are higher than that of a ghost appearing in the same room as you. Anyway, thank you for telling me about the mansion. As promised, I meet up with Sachiro after school. I just want to find the haunted house anyway. He sure doesn't seem like a horror junkie. Last night, he sounded like he was in a rush. I can't tell what his motive is. Well, at least this should be entertaining. The park is silent, as usual. I call Sachiro's name, but he does not answer. I decide to kill some time by taking a walk. Look at him. Is there a way I can... I don't know how I can hide the screen. Before long, I found the missing boy passed out on a bench. He has his arm wrapped around a bag of cookies. All of the birds in the park are staring intently at the sight. I decided to watch this adorable sleeping face for a little longer. He's so cute. Watching him sleep makes me happy. I sit beside him, waiting until he wakes up. I close my eyes and watch the sky grow darker. The sun will be setting soon. I wonder if he's had any dinner yet. I hope he's eaten more than cookies. Finally, Sachiro opens his eyelids. In a sleep-induced haze, he peers around. He rubs his eyes, blinks slowly before returning to me. Did I fall asleep? Sorry for waking you up. You can go back to sleep if you want. I'll watch over you. I'm glad you came. Although, I told you to only come find me at night. My classes ran late today, so I thought it'd be best to head over straight away. I guess elementary school students get out earlier, huh? I'm not in elementary school anymore. I just had a day off. I was only kidding. Sachiro sits up and scratches his head before opening his bag of cookies. A moment later, he hands me one of the treats. The cookies are all shaped like animals, and the one that I have looks like a raccoon. It almost seems ashamed to eat it. Sachiro takes a bite of his baby seal. The aesthetic really suits him. Oh, thank you. I got these from the bakery earlier. There are too many for me, so I thought I'd share them with you. Thanks, they're delicious. I'm glad you like them. Cookies are my favorite. I take a bite of another cookie. Do you have time to look for the haunted house with me today? That's exactly why I came here, actually. I'm lucky to have you with me. Was it too scary exploring by yourself? That's not it! I just thought it'd be easier if I had help. Well, do you have any destinations in mind for today? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My model. There we go. There we go. Let me... That. There we go. I had a place in mind yesterday, but I completely forgot where it was. You have bad memory, huh? There are rumors that the Kenrigi mansion is haunted, and at night, you can hear the ghosts of the family wailing. Not that I've witnessed it myself. It might be worth taking a look, though. That sounds like a great idea. Let's go. Normal people would find such an idea to be ridiculous. Sachiro, on the other hand, looks absolutely ecstatic. Sachiro, I feel like we should. Oh, well, let me save. I don't think we should mention Ryoji. I think my best option would be this, especially since he only wants to go during the night. So I think the first option will be the best option. Sachiro, I'm not feeling confident about this. To be honest, I don't like ghosts. Why don't we look somewhere else instead? Are you scared, Avi? Not exactly, but they did say the source of the murder might be wandering around looking for revenge. We could get cursed if they find us. I don't think we should go there. I cross my fingers that Sachiro will back off the idea now. But his expression does not change in the slightest. Why don't we go while it's still light out? It'll be easier to look around too. To be honest, I have a rare disease that makes it hard for me to stay in the sunlight for too long. And actually, that's a real thing, right? Where people are allergic to the sunlight. Okay. The reason I collapsed that one time was because I overdid it. Do you have albinism? My hair's silver, not white. That's not it. Anyway, it's just the light that tires me out. I'd look for haunted house during the day if I could. Sachiro lowers his head and frowns. I decide to drop the subject. After walking for a while in silence, he takes my hand. What's wrong? It'll only take us a few minutes to check out the mansion. Please, come with me. I'll hold your hand so you won't get scared. That's my line. Stick close to me so you don't get lost. If you mean to come with me, then okay. Follow me. I think I know where we're going. If I'm right, I passed it a few times. The mansion with a huge gate, right? Yeah, but I'm not sure if that place is open to the public. If anything strange happens, we'll leave immediately, okay? Okay. It is decided that we will explore the abandoned mansion. In a way, this feels exciting. Who knows what we might find here? If one does not look past the surface, they will never see what lies hidden beyond. What one sees as the truth may merely be a misconception, but that only makes mysteries more satisfying to solve. Don't walk off on your own. It'll be better if we get separated. Sachiro nods while smiling innocently. The sky is pitch black by the time we reach the Kenju mansion. Like last time, it is surrounded by a light mist, and the eerie atmosphere gave me the chills. I recall the shadow during the time I was heading home. I stare at the windows, but there's nothing peculiar. We head to the front door, but it's chained shut. I take the opportunity to try backing out. Oh, too bad it's locked. We should try looking somewhere else. Sachiro gently pulls at the chains, and they fall off easily. Seems like they were not properly attached. We can go in now, Avi. A little deep sigh before smiling weakly. I push the door, and it noisily creaks open. Sachiro and I hold hands as we step through the darkness and into a large ballroom-looking area. I expect the place to be messy, but it's shockingly clean. So much that it doesn't truly look abandoned. If the door had not been changed, I would have thought someone lived here. Is this your haunted house? I'm not sure. Let's check the next floor. My companion releases my hand and confidently heads up the stairs. What's the point of all this anyway? Sachiro crosses his arms before thinking out loud. It's supposed to be pretty big and really dark. It had old-looking doors too. As we approach the next floor, my excitement ramps up. I've never been to such a fancy residence before. Even though it is a few centuries old, it still looks quite livable. Sachiro and I check a few of the second floor rooms. Much to our disappointment, they're all empty. Each door and room are designed identically. It's hard for me to tell them apart. The hallway looks endless with its long rows of doors, and we have not even begun to check the left side. Can you finish this set on your own? I want to start searching the left room. I'll still be able to see you if you stay in the hallway. Okay, make sure to let me know if you find anything. Let's meet up at the stairs when we're done. There are sound effects. I want that to be a little louder. That's as loud as it goes. Okay. That's fine. I turned to head in the opposite direction of Sachiro. I'll use the stairs as my starting point and count the doors from there. The first 4 rooms on the left side are empty. The previous owner's belongings must have been cleared out at some point. I open the 5th door and gaze into the darkness. Unlike the previous rooms, this one has its windows covered. If it has anything within it, I cannot tell. I doubt there's a working light switch in here. I didn't think to bring a flashlight either. They said not to risk entering the room or tripping over something. Smart. But also, you should always have your phone. selfish MC and not having her phone. The farther down the hall I walk, the more damage there is to the walls. This is how an abandoned building is supposed to look. It would have been pretty scary if everything looked well maintained. Let's see what's in this room. I open yet another door. Ooh. I'm shocked by the sight of a human-looking skull with chunks of festering meat still stuck to it. That means it's not fresh, but not old either. Its open jaw is filled with pitch-black gunk, accentuating its fearful expression. I slammed the door closed and dashed towards the staircase. Sachiro, we need to get out of here! As I gasped for air, I realized Sachiro was no longer in the hallway. I never received a response. I shout at him again and wait for an answer. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the mansion. I freeze on the spot when I remember the ghost rumor Ryoji told me about. I'm just imagining things. It was probably the wind. Well, I saw the skull. Well, that skull, it wasn't a whole... I can't read. Well, that skull wasn't a hallucination. I only looked at it for a moment, though, so I'm not even sure if it was real. Buck up, baby. Don't let your imagination get the best of you. Anyway, I have to find Sachiro quickly. There might be something creeping in another room, and I don't want him to get all freaked out. Thankfully, it does not take long before I find the boy. I told you to stay in the hallway. Sorry, I was too absorbed by exploring. He's such a space cadet. We should end this here for today. Did you hear that scream earlier? I only heard the wind. Are you okay, Ayrivynne? You look pale. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I grab his hand and pull him back to the entrance. At least we got out in one piece. Although Sachiro initially protested, he is panting by the time we are outside the mansion. Are you sure you're okay? Yeah, I just need to catch my breath. He pulls his scarf down and puts his hand on his chest before gazing at me with worry. I may be fine, but you're still acting a little weird, Ayrivynne. Sachiro looks at me as if I'm a crazy person. I gather my thoughts before trying to explain what I experienced in the Kenriji mansion. To tell you the truth, I found a skull in one of the rooms. A human skull. I didn't find anything except empty rooms on the right side. Are you sure you might have been playing a trick on you? Maybe it was a fake skull affair as a prank. You're probably right. You easily get scared, huh? No way. Whether or not it might have been a prank, we should take it seriously. Anything could have happened to us in there. Boo, scaredy cat. I ruffle Sachiro's hair while he pokes fun at me. Anyway, was that the place you were looking for? It probably wasn't. I'm sorry for wasting your time again. It was still worth it. We'll just cross that one off the list. I feel like maybe Sachiro is from the past, right? And somehow he got transported into the future. And that's why maybe he doesn't know his way around. And the haunted house he's looking for maybe either got torn down and like rebuilt, like a house that rebuilt on top of it. Plus, I can sort of see how those ghost rumors started. That was pretty exciting. Sachiro strokes my back, even though I tell him I'm not flustered from what happened. He's pretty brave for a kid. To tell you the truth, I really appreciate what you've been doing for me. Sachiro smiles brightly as he looks at me through sparkly eyes. Nice voice, too pure. I've never met anyone as kind as you before. Everyone else I asked for help told me I was delusional. I thought he was weird at first too, like who asked complete strangers about haunted houses. Still, it has been kind of fun hanging out with them. It's common sense to help those in need. Your request was pretty weird though. I mean, nobody could have helped you if they didn't know what you were looking for anyway. Hehe. Don't worry, we can look somewhere else tomorrow. I know this is important to you. I won't give up so easily. Sachiro instantly cheers up, and his adorable smile melts my heart. I can't possibly abandon him. I toss and turn later that night, haunted by visions of that skull. I did not sleep well. I abruptly awakened from a terrifying nightmare. In it, Sachiro and I were searching for the haunted house. What we found turned out to be a death house. The haunted house supposedly belonged to this family, but he had lost the map to its location. He told me he had left many of his cherished belongings within it. I can't remember the in detail, but I believe I am better off this way. I think he'd been luring people into the death house to torture them, and I ended up walking straight into it by mistake. What a disturbing nightmare. But what if it was true? What if that's true? Dreams can be powerful stuff. That could be what's happening right now. Maybe that's a bad end. Sachiro being the bad guy and luring people into like his haunted house to kill them. Even if Sachiro is guilty of something, it can't be murder. With that small body of his, he couldn't harm a fly. That's what they want you to think. Hmm? I cannot pay attention in history class, and I end up watching the clock during lunch break. Sachiro claims to be 18 years old, but I've never seen him at school. He could be one of those elite class students. He looks so young though. I laugh at the thought of him applying for jobs. A candy store would suit him, or maybe a bakery. He'd probably have a hard time resisting all the sweets. What are you smirking about? Ah! Ikuya! I didn't notice you there. Were you daydreaming in class again? Luckily, the big guy in front of you blocked the teacher's view. I sit next to you. When you're distracted, I am too. I shook my head and let out a sigh. What's wrong? You sound like you're going through a midlife crisis. There's this boy I want to help, but I don't know what to do. Oh, a boy? Tell me about him. Well, I'm trying to help him find something, but he won't let me know what it is. Why not? I don't know. That sounds tough. Why does he even want me to go with him? Maybe he just wants your company. He might try to make a move on you soon. Not a chance, Ikuya. We only met a few days ago. There are no time constraints for love. Don't even think about it. We aren't already friend-zoned, huh? Poor guy. Well, he looks too young for me. It made me feel weird if things got romantic. At the same time, though, he doesn't seem to take care of himself. I feel bad if something happens to him. Hey guys, what's up? We're having girl talk. Shoo, shoo. Ugh, why am I always being left out? Iguya's trying to make me get a boyfriend. Help me, Logi. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's Iguya, not Leoji. This guy has nothing of value to add. He'll only waste our time. Sorry, Leoji. Right. Leoji scratches his head, seemingly confused. After taking a moment to recover, he tries to change the topic. Anyway, did you guys hear there was a murder last night? A murder, huh? Not another kidnapping? Yes and no. The victim went missing last week, and this morning they found his corpse. My dad's team is investigating the crime right now. We'll have this figured out in no time. Yeah, your father's pretty amazing. Super nice too. He is known for catching people before they make a move. Where did they find the victim? It's gonna be at the mansion. See, we were just there last night. The corpse was dumped in the alley near the Kenrigi mansion. Chills run down my spine when Leoji mentions the mansion. The events of last night are still fresh in my mind. This can't be. That's colossal? The murder might have taken place next to me. And that scream I heard? Avi, you look pale. Are you feeling alright? Sorry, just hearing about the mansion creeps me out. You know I'm not fond of haunted places. I'd hate for Sachiro and I to get questioned by the police. Don't be. Exorcists are coming here soon, apparently. They aren't affiliated with the police, but the occultists think they are needed. If you believe in the supernatural, you can believe in exorcisms, right? Are you serious? I recall the advertisement that was looking for exorcists, but I didn't expect them to actually hire anyone. All the victims so far have been middle-aged, but it's entirely possible that youths will be targeted next. Make sure you both stay on guard, and don't go all night if you absolutely don't have to. I read that completely wrong, but I still got the message through. Roger. I'll be careful. After school, I decided to talk to Leoji about Sachiro. Do you know a boy named Sachiro? I met him recently, but even though he's our age, I've never seen him at school. I don't. If you want me to find out more about him, I'll need his last name though. I haven't asked. I think he suffers from memory loss. Well, I'll take a look anyway. I'm guessing you have a good reason for asking about him. Thanks! The OG did keep me to ask an eye out for suspicious people. I'll need to learn more about Sachiro before I say anything else though. I head straight to the park. It is earlier than usual, but I don't have anything better to do. It is fairly busy. The benches are practically filled. There are hordes of children scattered around the playground. I move to a quieter spot. I seat myself under a tree and pulled out a pocket-sized book out of my coat. A horror novel called Dark Days. Funny, because the game is called Dark Nights. Its protagonist is in a relationship with a murderer. Although he is aware of what she has done, he chooses love over the law. Morality, rationality, and emotions are put into question. The plot is refreshing, and the characters' choices always surprise me. The story pulls me in. I definitely made different choices than the protagonist, but I still want to know where his actions lead him. After reading for so long, my eyes grow sore. I slipped the book back into my coat and stretched before gazing at the bright, colorful sky filled with fluffy clouds. Such nice weather. It's nice to read in the park every once in a while. Very relaxing too. Suddenly, I realized that someone is sitting in the tree above me. When I focused my eyes and looked closer, Sachiro? How long have you been in there? Avi, where? Sachiro peers around, apparently startled by my voice. When he looks down, he is more surprised than I am. He quickly loses his balance and falls out of the tree. Oh! I love all CGs we're getting. We tried to catch him, but he lands a few feet in front of me. Are you okay? I kneel down to help him get up, but end up pulling him forward, and we topple onto the grass together. Sachiro slowly covers his face before mumbling an apology. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Me too, I didn't mean to fall on you. We awkwardly stare at each other before bursting into fits of laughter again. I stand up and begin to wipe the grass stains off my clothes. What were you doing up there, Sachiro? It's my favorite nap spot. The leaves block out the sunlight. Wouldn't staying inside be better? You aren't wrong. He silently stares at the ground. I have something to confess. Can you promise not to laugh? It couldn't be possibly funnier than you pretending to be an adult. He pouts, then begins to speak. This is kind of embarrassing, but I don't have a home. I'm so sorry. And they even mentioned your parents that one time. Wait, you have the wrong idea. It's not like I ran away at my parents' past or anything. At least that's what I believe. It's too complicated to explain right now. Actually, my memories are a little messed up. I can basically only remember things that happened recently. I knew he was forgetful, but I didn't think it was amnesia levels bad. The boy scrunches his eyes closed so tightly that he looks to be in pain. I don't know what caused it. I'm sorry for not mentioning it before. You're always probably why I'm always here, huh? Truth is, this is just sort of where I woke up after I lost my memories. I mean, I can still remember a few things like the haunted house. I might remember something if I find it. Sachiro pouted before peering at the ground. I cannot help but pity him. He's like a lost puppy. Although the pieces are falling into places, things must be so difficult for him. I was just about to say, he can just stay at our place because, because in good conscience, I can't just leave him out here like this. No. That night debunks that. Hold on, I need some water. What? That's very kind of you, but this empty guest room you can use. It's not safe to stay outside at night right now, you know? Sachiro stares at me until his eyes begin to water and his cheeks become a little pink. To hide his flustered face, he pulls up his scarf. Oh, baby is crying. Oh, don't cry. Did I make him uncomfortable? Well, I can tell he's a good person at heart. I can tell that he's a good person at heart. He deserves better than having to sleep out in the cold. Still clinging to his scarf, Sachiro looks up at me slowly and speaks in a softer tone. Thank you so much, Avi. This is the third time you've helped me. What were the other times? When you helped me look for the haunted house, of course. It was no big deal, honestly. If you think about those cookies you gave me, we're practically even, right? I can't leave a little boy to his fate, especially not when it's been so dangerous around here lately. Little, we're the same age, and I'm pretty sure I'm taller than you. You mentioned that before. Let's confirm who's taller. Closer? I can get closer too. I lean closer towards him to measure our heights. It seems he is taller by 1 inch. I'm forced to face reality, but I cannot stop myself from thinking of him as short. See? You're the short one. Ha! It's not like it's important anyway. The boy smiles weakly. We sit down on the grass to chat for a while. I notice he is looking more pale compared to last night. Probably exhausted from staying up so late. The park is one of the few places where I'm allowed to spend the night. During the day, I sleep in the library if I'm still tired. It's really hard to get through life with no home and no money. I tried to apply for jobs, but I don't have any sort of identification. For a few days, I managed to help out in an ice cream shop and a candy store, but I was only filling in for sick employees, but it didn't last. Those places suit you. I can't deny I love sweets. I get most of my food from passing strangers, but it depends on my luck. That explains why you're so small and skinny. Sachiro puffs out his cheek, visibly annoyed about my teasing. Nonetheless, being homeless sounds difficult, and I'm happy to give my help. Sky grows dark. Now, only Sachiro and I are left of the park. Sachiro stands up and stretches his arms. He seems excited to begin our search for the haunted house again. Do you have a new location in mind? Let me think. There's a rumor about a ghost in my school. Maybe that's what you're looking for? It wouldn't hurt to check. Actually, I'm not sure if the school will still be open this late. Seeing the boy's sad face makes me so guilty that I cannot bear to crush his hopes. Well, we can at least check it out. Come on, let's go. Man, all the lights are off. I don't think anyone's still inside. Sachiro tries to push open the main doors. First, the chains of the haunted mansion fall off when Sachiro touches it, and now the front door of the school opens too. If something happens a third time, there's something about Sachiro. To my surprise, they open. It appears someone forgot to lock them. Seriously? The administration is so careless. At least I'm familiar with this place. I won't be getting lost this time. We walk through the dark, empty halls. It feels weird walking around the school at night. Oh my goodness, this is way creepier than Ken Reese's mansion. Definitely like a subliminal kind of feel. Definitely. I take Sachiro's hand in mine. He blushes in reaction, but keeps his grip tight. By the way, can you tell me more about the ghost rumors? A few villagers claim to see a shadow wandering past the windows. The students have never seen anything like that, though. Honestly, I'm pretty sure the rumor is fake. It does sound suspicious. It could have been the janitor, maybe even a teacher who forgot something important in their class. Saying this a ghost is too unbelievable. Rumors don't scare you easily, huh? You know, I think ghosts are cute. I like them. See, maybe he's a ghost himself. See? What are you even saying? Anyway, shall we start with the class? Sachiro and I freeze when a shuffling sound echoes through the hallway. Oddly enough, we can't tell which direction it's coming from. After the shuffling sound fades away, I comfort Sachiro, ignore and walk farther, or admit to being scared. Realistically, if I snuck into my old high school at night, and I had a friend, and we heard that during the night, I would say, let's go, we gotta leave. So with that, I think that would be an equivalent to admitting to being scared. So I'm gonna do this. It dinged. Last time we had a choice, it didn't ding. Maybe we had a right choice. Startled by the sound, I cling onto Sachiro. Avi? Ah! See? Okay. I felt it in my heart. I'm out. Those rumors about the ghosts are true after all. We're out. We're leaving. Let's go. Avi, there are no ghosts here. You said it yourself. Sachiro grabs my hand and pulls me into a gentle, calming hug. Her soothing embrace makes me forget our surroundings. I need to pull myself together. I can't believe I'm the one getting scared here. We're at my school, and Sachiro isn't getting scared at all. His sprite does not look like the CG. Excuse me? Okay, get yourself together. Get yourself together. We gotta continue. Oh, he gave us his scarf. Oh, that's cute. I suddenly feel the warmth of Sachiro's scarf envelop my neck. Huh? Whenever I'm scared, the comfort of the scarf helps me calm down. Maybe it'll help you too. What about you? You're the scared one. I don't need it. I can't deny that, but the scarf must be very important to him because he keeps tugging it all the time. This is very nice of him, but I'll feel bad if I take it. For all we know, wearing this might be the key to unlocking his past. Look at that! Look at that comparison! He actually looks like he looks older than his sprite does. I unwrap the scarf and put it back around the boy's neck. Thank you. I already feel better now. He steps back and gives me a soft smile. Can you continue? I don't want to push you. I can handle the rest by myself. No, no, you aren't going anywhere without me. Oh, sorry, I felt a burp in my chest. I know the school grounds way better than you do. Besides, if I take my eyes off of you, you'll get lost like last time. In the end, we decided to continue. Let's start searching the first year classrooms and then work away from there. Do you remember any of your classmates? No, sadly. The uniforms for the school really make the students stick out, though. For instance, there's that boy with black hair and blue eyes who looks like a delinquent. I see him go to the police station a lot. He must cause a lot of trouble. So, I guess he does go to the school? That sounds an awful lot like Ryoji, but he's no delinquent. His dad's an officer, so he helps him out sometimes. He's no bad boy. Oh, I see. He's more scared of Ryoji than the haunted houses? What a guy! I like how the billboard changes during like night and day and night cycles. We enter the first classroom. Fortunately, it's not completely dark. Sachiro wanders around and scratches his head. Does anything look familiar? If not, we can find someone who knows you. Maybe you'll have a better chance of remembering something then. If anyone remembered me, I won't be able to recognize them. It'd be like talking to a stranger who's pretending to know me. You really can't remember anyone? There were no people in the place I pictured. I think I was alone all the time. If I'd been close to someone, I'm sure I would have remembered them. Not even your family? My family? Like your mom and dad, or maybe even an aunt and uncle. I wonder what kind of life Sachiro used to live. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if he lost part of his personality with his memories. I could tell him to see a doctor, but in the end, I can't force him to go. You can't remember them. Sachiro blinks innocently, seemingly confused. I don't even remember what it feels like to have a family. Don't worry, I'm sure everything will get sorted out eventually. If I were in his position, I'd be frightened. It'd be like losing my past. Oh, cute. It feels like most of his memories are put on sleep, waiting to get digged up. That's not all bad, losing my memories. I'm sure there were things I was better off forgetting. Besides, it's normal for people to forget things over time. It just happened really quickly for me. Speaking of which, I suddenly remember something. I always carry this with me. It was big, long. Wait, I carried two of them. Sachiro tries to shape the object with his hands, but it only makes him harder to understand. Is that sign language? No, I'm just bad at explaining things. Just when Sachiro tries to explain it again, a noise disrupts us. The shuffling sounds louder, grows louder and louder. We immediately rush to the classroom door and lock it. Someone may be here with us, but the door's locked. They can't reach us unless they have the keys. Put my ear against the door and listen. The sound eventually disappears down the hallway. I think there's someone still in the building. We'll get caught if we stay here. We should leave for now. Okay, As Sachiro and I chase our way back to the exit, we hear footsteps approach us from behind. A hand suddenly lands on my shoulder, and I jump. It's Ryoji? Oh! It's him! Interesting. When I turn around, there's a dark-haired man standing there. His face is very pale, and his mysterious golden eyes look like they were glowing in the darkness. The ghost! The ghost! I am not a ghost. What are you two doing here? He feels familiar. Right. I've seen him once before by the abandoned mansion. I am confused until I look carefully at the man's uniform. The design looks more complicated than the standard ones, which means he's most likely from the elite class. When I realize he's my senior, I bow my head. Sachiro follows my example and bows too. No need to be so polite. I believe we've met before, miss. Junoro. Before I ask who you are, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Junoro. I attend the night classes. Night classes? I'm Evie, a second year. I'm Sachiro, and I'm not from... He's a kid from my neighborhood. He begged me to show him the place where the big kids go to school. I just couldn't say no. Where's my toggle? I know it's pretty late, but I couldn't say no, and the doors were already unlocked. I see. I'm sure you'll enjoy the school when you're older, Sachiro. I didn't realize there were classes at this time of night. There always have been. Regular students simply are not aware of them. Speaking of which, class will begin in mere minutes. Sachiro, would you be interested in sitting in for a lesson? We probably shouldn't. We were just about to leave. Sorry for all the trouble, Junoro. I rushed Sachiro down the hall, leaving Junoro behind. I guess that explains why the doors were unlocked. I've never heard about night classes. The elite students are something else. Oh, my toggle. Let me get some more water. Interesting start so far. I still kind of think Sachiro is either a ghost, or not from this time period. Sorry about that. The excuse had to be believable. I can't believe that guy fell for it. I had no idea about their classes. I'm glad we got out okay. We could take another look during the day. No need, that's not my haunted house. Ooh. Ooh, I have hiccups now. Oh no. At least that's another place we can mark off the list. I am disappointed. I had hoped we would find something this time. Are you sad we didn't get to see the ghost? What? No way. It's the opposite. I was just teasing you. I shrug and look away. Sachiro must think my fear is hilarious. That is kind of cute. Cute? How? I can understand why you're afraid of the unknown. I feel the same way. But if any ghosts do appear, I'll scare them away for you. Thanks, I guess. Anyway, are you ready to go home? It's dangerous to be out on the streets this late. Go home? Did you forget already? I said you could stay in my house. I was serious, you know? God. Is that really alright? I don't want to overstay my welcome. Don't worry about all that. Well, we can take it one day at a time. Sachiro is a little weird, but I also feel at ease when I'm around him. He's not a bad person. I did originally suspect he might have been linked to those disappearances, but I've changed my mind. Sachiro has had so many chances to stab me in the back, literally. But he hasn't done anything. Even if I'm wrong, at least I can keep an eye on him this way. This is your home, huh? This is the first time I've had company search my parents left for their business trip. I ain't invite Ikuya and Ryoju to my house to hang out. They're supposed to be my friends. Oh, look at him. Sachiro seems excited to have a roof over his head, happily exploring the rooms. I gesture for him to wait in the living room while I begin preparing dinner. I hope my cooking is not too rusty. Can I help you with anything? You're the guest, I'm the host. Let me handle the cooking tonight. If you insist, just let me know if you change your mind. The menu is grilled lemon chicken and red rice, with a side of vegetable omelet. As Sachiro watches me work, his eyes begin to dampen as if he's not eaten in days. Oh, he probably hasn't. All he's been eating is like, you know, whatever people have given him and, you know, candy and stuff. I almost expect him to violently shovel the food into his mouth. Instead, he slowly eats, savoring the flavors. Ah, this meat is so juicy. How can you make the chicken taste so good? I didn't even know red rice was a thing. You really didn't have to go so far for me. What are you talking about? These are just regular dishes. They're nothing compared to what you get at a 5-star restaurant. I'm glad you're enjoying it so much, though. After dinner, I prepared towels and fresh clothes so Sachiro can take a shower. My dad's clothes are a little too big for him, so I ended up searching my closet for some of my old clothes. These will fit him perfectly. You're being too nice. It's almost too good to be true. I feel like I owe you a great debt. Oh, don't be silly. I'm not doing this because I want anything in return. Do you treat everyone like this? You are first, actually. I'm so lucky. Thank you so much, Avi. Things are finally starting to look up for me. I won't ever forget the things you've done for me. I promise I'll pay you back someday. I prepare the guest room while Sachiro cleans himself up. I am surprised to find myself happy that Sachiro will be staying with me. I really feel less lonely. Come in. I wore that? Not criticizing because my choice of clothes aren't the greatest, but I wore that? Sachiro steps into the room wearing the outfit I picked out for him. Whose clothes are these? They're too small to be your dad's. They were mine. Do they fit you properly? It's embarrassing to admit, but yes. I mean, I suppose so. I mean, I was a tomboy too when I was a kid. But all I wore were like regular t-shirts and sweaters. Nothing like that. If I weren't so tomboyish, I would have picked out something girlier for you. Oh, I shouldn't complain. You were kind enough to let me borrow these. Well, that's enough excitement from one night. The bed's ready, so sleep well. I smiled at him gently before making my way to my own bed. The past few days have been quite exhilarating. I've gone to many places I normally would never think to visit. I do not regret helping Sachiro in the least. Now, seeing me smile makes me want to reach out and hug him. Why did I suspect him in the first place? I doubt he's ever heard about the murders yet. I should warn him about them tomorrow, just in case. With these thoughts in mind, I fall asleep. Ah! A sharp scream wakes me from my slumber, causing me to stumble out of bed in a hurry. If it were me, I don't think I would have heard that. I'm a deep sleeper. But my sleeping situation lately has not been working well. As I mentioned yesterday, I have not been sleeping well. When we before stream ends, while we chat, I'll tell you about my my pillow situation. The scream was extremely loud, so it must have come from nearby. I peek out the window and notice that the lights seem to be on in my neighbor's house. That's weird. I don't think they usually stay up this late. I turned to the clock. It's already past midnight. 1:30 in the morning, to be exact. I stay alert the next few minutes, but nothing else happens. Maybe they were watching a horror movie and forgot to turn off the lights afterwards? Either way, it probably wasn't anything serious. I'm going back to sleep. The moment I lie down, I hear footsteps in the hallway. I sit up, once more on high alert. When I go to flick the light switch, I notice Sachiro standing in the doorway. Sachiro, you're still up? It was hard to make out in the darkness, but he seems to be a mess. What surprises me the most are the scratches and bruises on his arms and legs. What in the world was he doing? He went to go walk in the forest, I'm assuming. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. I couldn't sleep, so I took a small walk. Are you okay? It looks like you were attacked. I'm fine. I couldn't see very well since it was so dark, and I tripped. Sorry that I ruined your clothes. Sachiro smiles weakly and rubs the back of his neck. Well, I'll go back to my room now. Sorry for waking you up. Wait a minute, Sachiro. You shouldn't leave the cuts untreated. I'll go get the first aid kit and a fresh change of clothes. Sachiro sits on the couch while I wipe his face with a wet towel. It hurts me. It hurts me to see him injured like this. You can tell me the truth. If someone laid a hand on you, I'll rip one of theirs off. No, it was my own fault. embarrassed to admit it earlier, but there was a bunny cat in one of the alleys. I passed it. It went crazy the moment I passed by. Huh? A bunny cat? Yeah, it had the ears and tails of a bunny and the slim legs of a cat. Huh? It was really cute too. Too bad I couldn't pet it. I've never heard of an animal like that. After that, shadow-like things started appearing and they chased me. Something supernatural for real is happening. This all sounds pretty surreal. Maybe he's just confused because he's scared. On my way back, I ran into a pole and tripped twice. I think I fainted in front of the house for a few minutes too. What a klutz. I'm glad you're okay now. By the way, did you hear that scream earlier? Really? A scream? No, I didn't. I heard it loud and clear from my bedroom, so it must have come from the neighborhood. It probably happened while you were unconscious. I kinda don't believe that. You're probably right. Sorry. Anyway, promise me you won't go out at night again. You probably haven't heard the news. There's been murders on her lately. Besides, I'll have to cover you in bubble wrap if you get all scraped up nervous again. I promise to stay inside. I'll clean up. Sachiro heads back to his bedroom. I'm glad he made it back in one piece, but that was a little odd. His clumsiness is definitely going to get him into trouble someday. A bunny cat. Stretch. And shadow-like creatures. Maybe they came from the forest. Demons? Maybe like, you know, they were talking about demons in the forest before. Maybe like demon-like creatures came from the forest. Before leaving school, I prepared a few meals for Sachiro. On my way to class, someone forcefully grabbed my shoulder. Irritated, I turned around and swept the hand away. Evie, I'm so glad you're okay. I heard about what happened to your neighbors. My condolences. Did you run into the culprit? Did they do anything to you? Calm down, Yoji. As you can see, I'm still in one piece. I don't even know what happened. My neighbors died. That's what the scream was. Then I'm glad you're okay. You didn't see or hear anything, did you? I did hear a scream last night, but I thought it was from a really loud horror movie. No! Remember earlier when I had a thought, but then I'll say no, because that night debunks my theory that I didn't say yet. What if Sachiro was the murderer? Because even though he was there with us that night we were in the mansion, we lost sight of him for a little bit. And during that time, we heard a scream. And then a little while after, Sachiro came back. And then this time, we heard a scream. Sachiro came back. He was all scuffed up. As if, someone was fighting him back. So either Sachiro is a ghost, Sachiro is the murderer of the town, and the book we read in the park could be like foreshadowing this route. We're the protagonist in love with a murderer. Am I smart? Did I figure it out? I usually am not smart about games. And I get really shocked about like the simplest reveals. Nah. My weariness about Sachiro is throwing up now. There was an investigation at your neighbor's house this morning. The couple who lived there was brutally murdered. They're actually dead. See? What did I tell you? There are footprints leading away from their house to yours. I was worried that whoever did it got to you too. It was Sachiro's. It had to be. When I woke up this morning, I didn't notice anything out of place. Well, the investigation is ongoing. I'll let you know if we find anything else. Speaking of which, the police will stop by your house for questioning later. And don't worry, I don't think you're a suspect. I see. I don't think I'll be very helpful though. The news is so shocking. It feels unreal that people who lived so close to me were murdered. We let Sachiro into our house. Oh boy. Be extra cautious from now on. Make sure to lock all your doors and windows, and don't let anyone you absolutely don't trust into the house. You should also leave a weapon of some sort near your bed. Wait, maybe I should come over and... I'll be fine, Ryoji. If I think something might happen, I'll call the police. I show a confident grin. I put my thumbs up. Oh, before I forget, I finished looking up that Sachiro person for you. That was fast. What'd you find? There's no student registered under that name. I tried it as a family name too, but nothing. Oh, sorry for the trouble. Could Sachiro be a nickname? Maybe he forgot his own name. Or he could be from another village. If that's the case, it'd be really hard for him to find his home. After school, the police stopped by my house for questioning, just like Ryoji said they would. Unfortunately, I can't give them any useful information. You let them know that Sachiro is in your house? They questioned Sachiro too, but he doesn't know anything either. When they finally leave, I breathe a sigh of relief, and let the tension flow out of me. Talking to the police was extremely stressful. They threw so many questions at us, even the ones that we knew we were unable to answer. I turned to Sachiro, who seems to be flustered. Don't worry, they were just making sure we're fine. Do you think they suspect us? Probably not. Living next to the murder scene doesn't mean we're suspects. But I was close to that family. They were good people. I don't know why anyone would have wanted to kill them. Oh, that's so sad. They were an elderly couple, never had children of their own, so they sort of adopted the neighborhood kids. When people, when elderly people like get murdered, that's so sad. It really breaks my heart because it's like why they're old, like don't one, don't murder in the first place, but two, like old people, that's so sad. I seriously can't believe this. What if more people around me are targeted? Just thinking about what has happened leaves me shaking in fear. Sachiro gently puts his hand on my back, and I give him a weak, reassuring smile. Let's put research on hold for a few days. I'll be fine. I'm sure you need some time to mourn. You must be in shock. Alright, thank you. Let me know when you like to start looking again. Before going to sleep, I conceal a large metal ruler. A ruler? You could at least put a sheathed knife close by. I considered hiding a kitchen knife instead, but if an attacker gets their hands on it first, or snatches it away, it will only work against me. Well, I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have it near you, though. To think the murderer could have targeted me if he just moved one house down. Okay, I'm gonna go take a bathroom break. Cause I gotta use the bathroom. Um, um, there. Okay. Um, okay. Yeah. Okay. Bathroom break. Like that. I'm back. Let me. Okay. I'm suspecting that Sachiro was the murderer. Like, the coincidences are there, but maybe it's too obvious. Maybe they're setting it up for us to think he is, but I don't, I don't know. You never know. To my relief, nothing happens during the following days. The street feels busier due to passing police and villagers, but no one questions me further. A funeral for the old couple was scheduled for a few days after the crime investigation took to finish. I wonder if Sachiro really doesn't mind being home alone for so long. Then again, it's hard for him to go out during the day. Maybe I'm worrying too much. I noticed the house is cleaner than usual. The mail has been retrieved and left in a neat stack. The trash has been emptied out, and all of the housework is finished. Sachiro keeps insisting on helping around the house, and even when I tell him to relax, he says it's the least he can do. I should cook something special for dinner tonight as a thank you to Sachiro. What should I make? I want to save for this one. I don't think this really matters. I'm gonna save over this one. I think I would. Let's ask what he likes. Ooh, we got a ding. Maybe that's a good one. Make sure I hit the nail on the head. I should ask what he likes. Hey Sachiro, what's your favorite meal? I like everything you make. That's awfully flattering, but you must have a favorite dish. I honestly enjoy everything you cook, Ayrivynne. I've never had tastier food. Why don't you make a request for supper then? The boy blushes before scratching his head. Well, I guess there is one thing I'm craving. I used to eat a lot of steamed buns, I think. There were different fillings, but I liked all of them. It'd be great if I could have some again. Interesting. Even if I don't know much about myself right now, I'll let you know if I remember anything else. What about you? Do you have a favorite meal? I'd have to think about it, to be honest. Same though, whenever people ask me like what my favorite food is, I'm like, well, okay, well, in an intro video I did say my favorite food was kapong. That's true, I love it. I really like it. I really had to think hard on that one though. For now, I need to start supper. I'll tell you later, okay? Okay. I step into the kitchen to prepare supper. It takes a few hours of work, but I managed to make the steamed buns like my mom used to do. It is pretty easy. I'm glad it's finally done. As an additional touch, I made all the buns animal shaped. Can you do that? I pick one up and take a bite to test it. Tasty! I can understand why he asked these. Each bun has a different filling, ranging from sweet bean paste to beef curry. I bring a plate of them up to the guest room. Sachiro turns around before I even enter the room. His eyes practically sparkle when he looks at the plate. Can I have one? Of course! I made these especially for you. I watch nervously as the silver-haired boy bites into the first steamed bun. His delighted smile makes my heart flutter. This brings back memories. Someone used to bring me treats like this often. It feels distant, but I think I was happy at that time. I'm glad to hear that. We're one step closer to getting your memories back. Sachiro continues nibbling on my steamed buns. Even when he eats, he is too cute to resist. Thank you so much for this, Avi. Why don't we share? It's my pleasure. I love to eat together. I stare at the sound of footsteps in the hallway. I try to ignore them, but then my door creaks slowly open. All of the windows in the house are closed, and I doubt the wind is strong enough to open a door. Someone steps inside my room. I'm prepared for the worst as the pitter-patter approaches my bed. The person is coming closer. Could it be the murderer? I need to prepare myself. A second later, I feel someone start to lift my blanket. I roll off the bed and pull the metal ruler out onto my pillow. I flip around and forcefully smack my assailant with the broadside of my weapon. Ow! Ah! No! But I only hear Sachiro's pained voice in response. I blink a few times to adjust my eyes to the darkness. Oh, sorry, wrong room. Kinda sleepy. Are you okay? I'm sorry, I thought you were an intruder. I put back the ruler and pat the spot where I hit Sachiro. Again? You're all dirty again. Did you go out? Yeah, I went to search on my own. Sachiro, you broke our promise. I'm sorry, I thought you hated ghosts in scary places. That's... I like helping you. It's really exciting to explore new places together. Sachiro blinks in confusion. I didn't find anything tonight anyway. I'll tell you next time I want to go out. Alright, you better not go out alone anymore. Sorry for worrying you. With an apologetic smile, Sachiro heads to his bedroom. Sachiro. Really? Over the next few days, Sachiro stays inside. Even though the deaths of my neighbors are still on the news. Another murder was committed a few days ago. Really? It happened in a nearby alleyway. The majority of the corpse was not located. There was enough blood splatter and flesh chunks that death was an inevitable outcome. It seems there were blood trails. Okay, but even if he is murdering people, he is coming out pretty clean. Like no blood on his clothes. So I don't know. It seems there were blood trails, indicating that the body was dragged away afterwards. Sachiro looks over my head while I am reading the newspaper. Was there another murder? Yeah, and it was around here again. I never could have imagined anything like this would have happened. I never could have imagined anything like this would happen in the village. There are no apparent connections between the victims. It might have just been someone who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sachiro's gaze lingers on the article. He closes the newspaper and pats back. Don't concern yourself too much about it. Just stay safe at home, okay? Anyway, I have to go to class. Food in the fridge if you're hungry. Thanks, Avi. It's Sachiro. I'm saying it right now. I mean, it has to be. When I arrive at the classroom, Leoji runs over. He has the same concerned expression as when the last murder occurred. Davy, I'm glad you're okay. Where's Ikuya? We haven't seen her in a while. Why wouldn't I be? Because you know the homicide in your area. That's twice in less than a week. Well, at least this means I wasn't the criminal's target. My sarcastic tone only seems to worry Leoji even further. Okay, there she is. She's safe. Ikuya suddenly walks over to us. What are you two talking about? Davy seriously needs a bodyguard. Eh? Where has this girl been? Does she just not know about this? Leoji quickly explains the situation, and Ikuya's expression turns fearful. Guys, I can't afford a private bodyguard. I'm not really an important person. Hi, Bongo Cat. Glad to see you here. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I've been streaming for a while, talking a lot, drinking water. I hope you're doing well. It's better to be safe than sorry, and in this case, sorry means you end up dead. You're taking this too lightly. I'm going to ask my dad to assign a private guard to you. Another option is staying at the police station for a while. That's taking it too far. I don't want strangers following me everywhere. However, Leoji seems to have made up his mind. I'll consider your offer. Thank you, Leoji. After school, I head to the library. As I walk through the hallway, I bump into a shorter boy. Oh my god! What? Ooh, wait. He's cute. But his eyes look so much like Sachiro's. But maybe it could be a stylistic choice. He's cute though. Watch where you're going. The boy rubs the top of his head and grimaces. He stares at me with his piercing green eyes. Where are your manners? Are you lost, kid? What the hell? I'm not a kid. You should show your upperclassmen more respect. The boy takes a step back, crosses his arms, and frowns. I notice his brown uniform. He must be part of the elite class. I always assumed the elite students looked older and more mature than everyone else. Being such a young-looking boy is confusing. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were a senior. Finally noticed, did you, genius? The boy's bluntness is frustrating, but I know better than to start pointless fights. He continues to glare at me, tapping his foot on the floor. He seems to be waiting for another apology. You're just so short that I didn't... You have two eyes, don't you? Watch where you're going next time. Huh. With that, the boy turns around and leaves. He should have been the one apologizing to me. What a little Alien? That's how you pronounce that? Well, at least I know them a little. Dang! 3 floors? How big is our school? This library is huge. Or is this like a library, not a part of the school? I still have a lot of homework to finish. I want to get all of it done now so that I have more free time later. I only hope Sachiro will not mind having dinner a bit later tonight. I'll start with history. The chapter is all about local legends. The School Ghost, the Forest Demon, the Kenrigis, the Temple Guardian. Wait, the Temple Guardian? Does this place even have a temple? 1,000 years ago, a temple was built in honor of a spirit that is now known as the Temple Guardian. In thanks, he chose to reside within the temple and offer his protection to the village. The area's residents brought him offerings for decades, but stopped at some point. Even so, the Guardian continued his job. What a sad story. The Guardian must have felt so lonely. I wonder where his temple is. I've never even heard of it before. I continue my research on the spirit. Along the way, I discovered the location of his shrine. When I am done with my research and homework, the sky is really dark. I rush home, excited to tell Sachiro what I have found. It's the guy from the intro! What? Or maybe this guy's the murderer. Oh my god. Things are starting to pick up. I slow down when I notice someone standing in front of my house. The figure is tall, and his face is obscured by a hoodie. I inch closer. I notice he's wearing a gas mask. Excuse me, is there anything I can help you with? The man does not respond. He remains frozen to the spot like a statue. Did he not hear me? Maybe he's deaf? I wave my hand in front of the man's face. Hello? He grabs my wrist before peering down at me with the sharp blue eyes. Eek! I heard you the first time, but you didn't say anything. I'm not obligated to. Never mind. He looks at me over from top to bottom, causing a chill to run up my spine. Without a word, the man turns around and walks away. What a strange guy. If that were me, I would have gone inside and, call the police. And if not the police, at least Ryoji. So that at least he could tell his dad about it. Sachiro, I'm home. Welcome back. Did you have a nice day? A boring day, more like same as always. You didn't see a scary-looking man from the house, did you? The guy with green hair and a gas mask? Yeah, I just chased him away. He was standing there for hours. I think he was watching me. It was kind of scary. The homicide cases pop up in my head. He did look pretty suspicious. Could he have been... I say he might have been the murderer, but I don't know. Sachiro, he's been out of the house during the night while the murders happened too, so I'm still suspicious of Sachiro a little bit. Sachiro's stomach suddenly rumbles. Oh, you must be hungry. Sorry for making you wait so long. It's okay. I begin to prepare dinner alongside Sachiro, who insists on helping me. I mentioned the temple I read about in the library. You think it might be the place you're looking for? It does sound kind of familiar somehow. If you're looking for a haunted house, it has to have some sort of spirit, right? Maybe the temple guardian is still there. Weird, huh? You don't have to come with me if you don't want to. No way. I'm not going to miss this opportunity. A guardian spirit can be harmful. It's different from ghosts. We're going tonight? We couldn't have waited the next night. We saw a suspicious man in front of our house. Because it makes Sachiro promise not to go out alone at night, we decided to explore together. Although it is safer with both of us. I can't read. We agreed not to stay out for too long. Are you sure we're going the right way? We should be. I got the location from the library and marked it down on this map. Wow, maps are complex, huh? I can't even tell if you're holding it the right way. Don't worry, I can read it just fine. We walked through the empty streets, heading towards the forest. We even remembered to bring flashlights this time. Nevertheless, I cannot help but feel a little nervous. I've never been to this area before. Ah, look over there! I follow Sachiro's finger. There is a temple hidden behind all the trees and shrubbery. It makes sense that people would not visit an overgrown, unmaintained area like this. The building has been heavily damaged, and it almost looks like there had been a battle of some sort here. Are you ready? Whenever you are. As we step inside, our noses are assaulted by an odd smell, a mixture of damp wood and rotten planks. It's so overpowering that I wish I had an air freshener with me. Somehow, the interior of the structure looks older than its exterior. The walls are rotting and covered with thick layers of moss. This definitely looks like the sort of place a spirit would inhabit. I shine my flashlight into each of the dark rooms, but the temple appears to be empty. Do you think the guardian still resides here? No way. It's too run down. He must have left a long time ago. I feel bad for the guardian. I heard that one day everyone just abandoned him in his temple. I'd have left too if I were him. I tried to find the reason people abandoned the temple, but there were only theories. One of them speculated that the guardian actually abandoned his duty first because he wanted to be free again. I don't think that's what happened. Why do you say that? Look at this place. It feels so lonely. I think there's more to it than wanting to be free. The guardian must have felt... He suddenly heard chains clanging. The eerie sound causes us to become silent as we search for its source. Did you just make the sound just now? Oh, I've been standing here this whole time. I haven't moved an inch. The clanging sound disappears along with our worries. Let's go deep into the temple. I have a feeling I've been here before. This might be where I got lost. My head hurts when I try to remember what happened, though. Maybe I don't want to remember what happened. Like I'm preventing myself from remembering subconsciously. How long have you had amnesia? I didn't count the days, but probably more than a month. And you've been alone this entire time? I won't give up. Even if it takes me years to remember everything, I'll succeed. When I first woke up, I had a note in my hand. I recognized that it was my own handwriting. It said that there was something As if there was something I had to always remember. The note is the only clue I have, though. I don't know what I'm supposed to remember. The more I learn about this boy, the more questions I have. He doesn't seem to be a villager. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he fell from the sky. Somebody must be missing him right now. I want to help him from his family. We walk through a maze of halls to find a large, empty room. Sachiro kneels down and moves his fingers across the floor. There are indents in the planks. People probably used to pray here. While Sachiro examines the floor, I look around more broadly. I stare at the ceiling. It seems to be held up by a number of wooden pillars. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice something up on one of the pillars. I shine my flashlight upon it. It's a black sack. Let me save. And just some more water. Oh my god. Realistically, I should get help. Who knows what's gonna happen, and we shouldn't get separated. Okay, I think that was a good choice. Hey Sachiro, look what I found. Huh? Is that a sack on a pillar? How do I even get up there? That's a good question. Should we check out what's inside of it? Is that really a good idea? We look around for something to get it down with. The room is empty. Sachiro goes to another room to search for something we can use to get it down. He returns with a long bamboo stick. The sack falls to the floor with a loud thud after I give it a strong poke. I remove the ropes around the sack to check its contents. Please don't let it be like body parts. Books. Okay. Oh. There are only books inside. I quickly flip through a few of them. Sachiro blinks innocently and tilts his head. Wow. These are the temple keeper's diaries. There are even chore logs. This is better than I expected. I'm really curious now. Can you read them? I still need to get used to the handwriting, but I can figure out most of it. I hope no one will mind if I borrow a few. After a few minutes, we decided to head home. Our journey was not in vain. However, these journeys will keep me entertained for a while. I hope I can find a clue about what happened to the temple. We're on chapter 2! I think I can go for a little bit longer. I'll see. Yeah, I can go for a little bit longer. Just cause I just saved, so. After reaching my street, we noticed a man with a gas mask staring on the other. Oh, after reaching the street, we noticed a man with a gas mask standing on the other side. The fact that it's late and nobody else is around only makes the scene creepier. The man's icy stare makes me shiver, but I try to ignore him as I shuffle inside the house with Sachiro. Oh, maybe he is an exorcist. I think he's an exorcist. What makes you think that? He doesn't look like a policeman or a detective. He must have seen that job listing in town. Even if ghosts were real, he would obviously be better off searching the temple in the woods. Even though I'm trying to reassure him, Sachiro still looks flustered. Why are you trembling? Don't tell me you're scared of exorcists. Do you think ghosts are behind the murders? The random question brings me to a pause. It sounds silly, but in a way, it almost makes sense. There were no traces of victims when they disappeared. They were all perfect crimes. If ghosts really are involved, it'll only make the investigation more. It'll only make the investigations more difficult. How can you punish someone who isn't alive? Yeah, Sachiro looks away from me, almost as if he is upset. I can't help but wonder if he knows more about the crimes than he's letting on. So maybe he committed them? Maybe he's a ghost and he did the crimes? Before I can ask about that, he starts up the stairs. I'm a bit tired. Good night, Evie. Alright, we'll check those books later. Oh. Yeah, I'll go a little bit farther. Oh my god, my throat. I can't pay attention in history class. My mind keeps wandering to Sachiro. Murders, exorcists. There's no proof between a link. There's no proof of a link. There's no proof of a link between them. But why does it feel so suspicious? Yo, did you hear what Mr. Blanchett said? Whoa. Eh? Jeez, were you sleeping again, Evie? You keep missing the important parts. He said we shouldn't go out after 9 p.m. Why not? They figure after that time, there's a higher chance of encountering the murderer on the street. Thank you, Ikia. I'll keep that in mind. Wow, you're being unusually obedient. Aren't you going to fight against the injustice of being imposed upon or something? Are you guys talking about that? Hey, Ryoji, any news about the murders? I haven't heard anything new. No. That said, it was hard to find clues when the culprit didn't leave any traces behind. That sounds so scary. I hope they get caught soon. Don't worry, my dad's team is the best in this village. Even though they're having a difficult time now, they will solve this case. Yes, you're right. Your dad is just like this cool middle-aged detective from crime dramas, so I believe in him. My mind is so busy that I can't focus on the conversation at hand. I want to rush home and read through those journals I found at the empty temple already. After class, I remember that I have homework due tomorrow, leaving me with no choice but to stop at the library. From the corner of my eye, I noticed someone trying to get a book from the top shelf. It's that little boy. Senior from last time. I walk over and pull the book down. I think he's reaching for. Hey, is this the one you want? His emerald eyes widen with surprise. I expect him to ignore me, but he takes the book. Thank you. He flips open the cover as he sits on the floor. Are the library carpets really that comfortable? No, well, whatever. The title of the boy's book catches my attention. It's the same one I read the last time I was here. Are you interested in the temple? Yeah. He replies absentmindedly, not even looking at me. I wonder if he's still upset about the time I bumped into him. I think we'll get more answers if we study with him. I don't know if that was the right choice. I didn't hear anything. Thinking I could keep him company, I take a seat next to him and rifle through my bag for my textbooks. I peek at the boy, but he doesn't seem to be bothered by my presence. My dust. Before long, he stands up and takes another book from the shelf, setting the previous one on the table. I cannot believe he read the entire thing in mere minutes. Did you want to read this too? He raised his eyebrows suspiciously, and I suddenly realized I've been staring at him this entire time. I've already read it, actually. I'm just wondering, are you here to research the legend of the Temple Guardian? He blinks in surprise. It seems like I hit a bullseye. What do you know about it? Not much, to be honest. I read everything I could find on here, and I managed to figure out that it was located in the forest. It's not remarked on the maps. Oh. The boy sighs, leaning against the bookshelf and crossing his arms as he looks at me. You've already been there, haven't you? It sounds like you didn't learn anything from your visit to the temple. No. I would rather keep the journals I found between me and Sachiro for now. Did you know that place is cursed? Really? Just kidding. I just wanted to see your reaction. That wasn't funny. What's your name, by the way? Kaichi Miroshima, but you can just call me Kaichi. Okay, Kaichi? What? Why are you researching the temple? Because of the guardian spirit that resides there. Do you really believe that there's a spirit? Kaichi face palms. I think he's irritated at my asking until he smiles softly and I started to chuckle. This world is more to it than most people realize. In that case, Mr. Know-it-all, or what brings you to the library? Kaichi snorts before shrugging. I'm reading the books here. That's such a joke. You probably shouldn't bother with all the books. I doubt the rest of the collection is any better. He says that, but I did find the location of the temple thanks to the books here. And anyway, how would a kid like him know better? I'm done here. Next, I want to find out what the villagers know about the Guardian. Rumors are completely different from the truth. If you learn anything new about the legend, let me know. I'm usually here every weekday. When I get home from school on Friday, Sachiro welcomes me with a homemade meal. Good job! Hi! Pet pets. That pet went too far. Yeah. And I did meet the green-haired boy. And I don't know if you saw, I met the blondie, but he's like the best way to describe him is like a Leon. He's like Leon. I'm on chapter 2 right now. I'm trying to look for a place to like end. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell. I kind of feel like I lost my voice a little bit. But yeah. Can you tell? Oh my god, you can tell. I wasn't sure if there was a difference. But if you can tell, oh, that's gonna be I read too much. I'm like trying try like different tones of voices for the characters, and I think that's a lot. This week is a heavy reading week. I didn't realize everything I'm doing this week is like reading. This tomorrow is like an RGP visual novel, and then I have another RGP. Yeah. I'm like, dang, why'd I do this to myself? But yeah, I'm trying to find a place to stop right now. I'm happy he cooked for me. I'm tired from all the studying today. Oh my god. I've never heard of this recipe, but it's good. Where's learn to cook like this? Oh, and to catch you up on what's been happening, story-wise, there have been multiple murders throughout town. My neighbors got murdered. There was a murder in the alleyway. There's been murders lately around. And I'm suspicious, oddly enough, of Sachiro, because every time someone's been murdered, he's been out. So we invited him to stay with us because he doesn't have a place to go. So we're like, oh well, you can just stay at our house. We have a spare room. When our neighbors got murdered, Sachiro claimed that he went out for a walk, and he had like scratches and bruises on his arms and legs. And he said, oh, he fell. He found like a animal, and like animals like chased him. But then the police report said that there were bloody footprints from the neighbor's house to our house. And then the next time someone got murdered, he went out again. So I'm like, bro, you can't be doing this. I also think maybe he's a ghost. There was a cute CG of him though. I'll show you when I end. It's really cute. I vaguely remember watching someone make it a lot, but this is my first time trying it myself. Plus, I learned a lot just by watching you cook. Is your memory returning then? Just bits and pieces. For some reason, I can only remember the dish itself. I never expected cooking will help you recover. Yeah, strange, isn't it? I didn't think his amnesia would actually get better at this point, but I guess I gave up too early. I'm glad. When you recover your memories, what will you do? It depends. Are you worried there might be things you're better off forgetting forever? I don't know, but even if the bad memories made me who I am today, why would I want to forget any of it? Without them, I'm forced to start over. I feel like I'm trying to make a dish I know the flavor of, but don't have the key ingredients for. I still remember some things, but I don't know how they connect. I guess I should be thankful I at least have those pieces though. At least I can trust who I am now. Well, if I were you, I suppose I'd be curious about my past too. Right? I can still decide my future. So it's not like my past will chain me down. And if it is sad, I'll just have to forge a brighter future. I really hope everything works out for Sachiro. I can't even imagine how it feels. After I clear the table, I head to my bedroom. I finally have time to read the journals we found in the temple. Let's read this one first. I take a small book from the top file and carefully open it. The pages are filled with messy handwriting. Despite having to guess what some of the words are, I can generally understand what is being said. As I suspected, these are diaries from the residents of the temple. The years are missing, but the date and time of each entry is recorded. After inspecting the book, I found the year and months noted on the backside. Apparently, they keep one book per month. This one is from March. I am shocked to have found something so valuable. These are first-hand accounts of the past. I wonder if I should donate the journals to the library afterwards. July 9th, 3 p.m. The weather is cold, and a few stray clouds pass the temple. My gut tells me it will rain soon. Today, I am on cleaning duty. The villagers are still bringing offerings, although not as often as we used to. I am keeping this diary to record my observations. I think there are mysterious powers at work, and I must get to the bottom of things before it's too late. I wonder, the Guardian still protecting this village? July, 1 p.m. It's been raining all day, and the gray sky is depressing. Today, I am on duty again. A few of the other monks quit, so I have to work harder. He told me the temple no longer held any meaning to them, though I do not understand what changed. July 14th, 6 a.m. Yesterday, a villager was murdered. Her body was found in a terrible state. Words cannot even describe it. The temple records hold no mention of such heinous crimes happening in the past. What changed? July 16th, 4 p.m. More of my brothers abandoned the temple today. Those of us who remain have taken up their duties, but each of us is performing the work of 3 men. This cannot continue for long. A couple passed by this morning, told me I should abandon the temple. They say bad things were happening in the village, and despite their offerings, the Guardian would not respond to their prayers. They told me they believed the Guardian had left the temple. I refused to listen to them, and they took their leave. At least there are still people bringing offerings, people who still have faith in the Guardian. July 20th, 12 a.m. It has been a few weeks since I last wrote in this diary. My parents fell ill, and I had to take care of them. So many things have happened over the past week. Another murder occurred at the hospital. The victim was both a scientist and a doctor. An unfortunate loss. Why would someone who saves lives be killed? This cannot be the work of a human. Another monk told me he saw strange things happen around the temple. He cannot describe them in words, so I would have to witness them with my own eyes. It is midnight right now. I lit an oil lantern to write this down. I know I should be sleeping, but I need to do this for my own peace of mind. I heard chains clattering within the temple, but we keep nothing like that here. When I took a look around, I did not see anything. I figured my fear has gotten the better of me. As I prepared to sleep, I heard crying outside, but I was alone. Is it possible that I might be starting to hear things? July 28th, 4 a.m. I was switched to night duty because of all the offerings were stolen sometime between Wednesday evening and Thursday morning. The Guardian must be furious. We cannot let this happen again. We must find the thief. Fortunately, nothing happened during my shift. July 29th, 6 a.m. Today is my day off. A few outsiders were missing while on a trip to the forest. This is the first time anyone has gotten lost in the forest. The demon must have been annoyed that his lane was trespassed. Ever since the villagers heard their donations were stolen, no one has come to the temple. I hear they are all losing faith in the Guardian. Dear Guardian, what can I do for you? Why must the village suffer like this? Out of sheer fear, everyone has become suspicious of one another. However, is this the same feeling that has already caused one death? The woman who was killed several weeks ago was apparently attacked by her neighbor. He saw her leaving her home more often than usual and became suspicious of her. Oh god, I need more water. Apparently, he intended to question her about it, but their argument turned violent. He claims he killed the woman in self-defense. I personally do not trust his words. What was done to her corpse was far beyond self-defense. This is no justice. I will. Unfortunately, the words become ineligible after this page. It seems like the author wrote everything in a rush. I wonder if he ever uncovered the truth. Come in. Evie, are you reading the journals we found? Oh, do you want to take a look as well? I'm curious. So far, I've only gotten through this one. I wanted to read it to the end, but the last few pages are too messy to be legible. Sachiro tilts his head and gazes at the notebook. With his eyes narrowed, he tries to read it. E-L-O... No. File. Something. What are those curly scribblies? Oh, the words are too messy for me to understand. There are still 10 other books, so we can skip to that one. I take the black covered book from the top of the pile and flip through it. It is about the Guardian's history, which is even more interesting than the journal. How were they sure the Guardian resided there? Sachiro silently sits beside me, reading along. I never realized history could be so interesting. It's too bad nobody performs these rituals or holds festivals anymore. Sachiro, do you think the Guardian they refer to is actually a spirit? The boy scratches his head, still staring at the book. Well, from what I know, spirits are supposed to be evil. Why would one protect their village? Every rule has exceptions. Anyway, didn't you say you got lost in the temple once? Did you go there before we went together? I remember searching the first few rooms, but I didn't go farther since I was only there by accident. I get the feeling there's some sort of secret hidden there. You said the place was abandoned, right? I don't think there's a spirit living there anymore. I mean, a different kind of secret. Who's at the door? Before I can continue, the doorbell rings. The startling Sachiro on me. I cannot guess who will visit so late at night. It's the green hair guy, isn't it? I head downstairs and look through the people. What the gas mask guy? What in the world is he doing here? It's creepy enough when he just stared at the house from a distance. If he wanted to hurt us, he would have broken in a long time ago. Still, out of curiosity, I open the door and try to keep myself calm. Boy, what is he doing? Hello? Can I help you?
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Oh, my stickers seem to be only up in this corner. Yeah, that's fine. Our eyes immediately meet. The piercing gaze bring me pause. In contrast, speech is monotone. Oops. You leave her alone? No! You don't tell people you live alone. You never tell people you live alone. Caught off guard, I slowly nod. Right? right? Okay, now that's going too far. You cannot come in my house. No. Now take a look inside your house. No? Exactly, no? Why would I let you do that? If that's all, please excuse me. Ah! I stare him down, grabbing the door to slam it closed, but he straightens his arm to stop it from latching closed. I said no. Could you take a step back? Oh, we get his name. Chain. It won't take long. Who the heck are you? Chain. I'm a professional investigator. Okay, Chain. Well, there aren't any ghosts in this house with me, so bye. Ghosts? What? You're not an exorcist pretending to be a PI? Even if you were with law enforcement, you couldn't try to force your way into someone's house. You would need a warrant for that. I do not catch him off guard. Rather, he tries to force himself inside the house. My strength is no match for his, so I'll look for something to whack him with. Yeah! The moment I shift my attention, I lose my balance and am pushed aside. Kane takes the opportunity to dash inside. Wait! Hey! He glances around the living room with someone who was so forceful moments ago. He's acting awfully calm. His behavior is nothing short of confusing. Before I can grab his sleeve, he starts up the steps. Hey, you can't just barge into people's houses. Get out of here! I yell and chase after him, but he ignores me as if I'm a leaf in the wind. It sounds like battle music, but I don't think there's any... I mean, okay, well, it's a VN. I don't think they're gonna make us fight, but there might be like a fight scene, you know? So he's... Heh, I knew someone else is here. Got you. So he's after Sachiro. Let me go. Just bear with it. What are you doing? Wait. No, this hurts. Shut up and stop struggling. Ow. I rush to my room to find Chain holding Sachiro up by the arm while trying to tie him up. The boy is flailing and kicking the man to no avail. Hey, don't hurt Sachiro. Who's really hurting who? Keep still, you. What are you trying to do with him? Was that right? Was I right? Maybe. Did I go big brain? I'm picking in a suspect. What are you talking about? A suspect in what? The murder cases. Did I go big brain? The coincidences were there. happened 3 times. The first time in the mansion, second time, the first night he was here, and the third time later that same week. I've done my research, and this kid isn't from around here. He isn't even registered as a student. I've been following him around for a while, and he visits a lot of areas that have been linked to their crimes. If you want proof, you can go to the police yourself. I'm innocent. There's no use telling me that. When the blood tests come out positive... Oh, I clicked it too early. When the blood tests come out positive, we'll have solid proof of your guilt. Change accusations confuse me. Was Sachiro really at the locations of the murders? For sure the first time at the mansion. The 2 other times we were asleep. Oh god! I gotta save. I feel like this is a big choice too. If I want to get the good ending, I'm gonna have to. If I'm gonna get the good ending, I'm gonna have to save Sachiro. Theoretically, a good ending. Okay, I think that was a good choice. I will not let him arrest Sachiro. I tried to pull the man off of my friend, but he roughly pushes me aside. No matter how much I shout, he does not budge. Sachiro is barely putting in resistance, but Chain's handling is so aggressive that it looks like he's choking him. I grab the closest book and toss it at the so-called investigator. What the hell? He dodges my attack, but I catch him off guard. There's just enough time for Sachiro to slip free and escape. He bolts down the stairs, and Chain does not hesitate to give chase. Neither do I. Sachiro stumbles towards the door. Chain tries to prevent the boy's escape, but only manages to grab his shirt. He escapes in the night. Chain turns to me. His glare says he has to hold himself back from his glare saying he has to hold himself back to stop from killing me. He escaped. The man cracks his fingers before sighing exasperately. Hey, you. I have a name. It's Ayrivynne. Whatever. Just forget what you saw today. No! I want an explanation. What the... It's nothing a civilian like you needs to be concerned about. Pretend you haven't seen anything. Don't get involved anymore. Look, just because Sachiro isn't a student doesn't mean he's linked to those crimes. He's sweet and innocent. Chain. Look at this man sitting, getting comfortable in my house. Sitting on my couch. Chain snorts as he casually seats himself on my couch. If I tell you the truth, will you let me handle this? I roll my eyes. It's the opposite of him. I mean, you're not wrong there. We stew in silence for a few long... He don't give a shit. We stew in silence for a few long moments. The tension is so thick it can be cut with a knife. I was right! Oh my god! I went big brain! I called it! I said that Sachiro was probably a ghost. I was right. I big brained. Ah, he's a ghost. It's always like there's no way. Because I was like, he's either not from this time period, maybe he was from the past and suddenly got into the future, because the haunted house he's trying to look for is like not here, or that he's a ghost. Because he keeps teasing us about, hey, are you still a ghost? Haha, that's funny. Cause you're a ghost. I called it. That boy is the spirit in disguise. Sachiro? Don't joke like that. We both saw him, didn't we? Everyone knows ghosts and spirits are invisible. The man stares at me silently. He does not seem like the type of person to kid around, nor does it seem like he has lost his mind. Although he claims to be an investigator of some sort, he does not dress or act like one. Beyond that, he believes in apparitions. How does Sachiro even get on your radar? I've lived in this village my entire life, like you. Easy to notice even the smallest of changes in this place. I've never seen you wrong before, though. I'm part of the elite class. Most of us go to school at night. We all have our own circumstances. My eyes widen in surprise. It's rare to meet a student from that class, much less speak with one. I have to restrain myself from asking questions about it. Right, the class that's famous for slacking off. Interpret it however you want. Yeah, so earlier we went to go like investigate our school at night. Maybe we went to go investigate our school at night, because there's like you know, like a school ghost, and the school doors are open, and we met the blue-haired boy with the yellow eyes, and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm here taking night classes because they offer night classes." But night school for like monsters and supernaturals could be a thing. I didn't come to the conclusion that boy was the spirit by myself. So the elite class got something going on, because Taichi, the blonde-haired, green-eyed, short boy, is also elite class. They got something going on. Taichi and I both suspected the culprit lived in this neighborhood. Believe it or not, you were at the top of his list of suspects. Wow! Yeah! That makes sense. That does make sense. A quote-unquote investigator. Yeah. You're a student, so you only have free time at night and on the weekends. You live alone, so you are unlikely to have any alibis for the crimes. Furthermore, although the murders happen in this area, sure, it might not mean anything, but who knows? The most damning thing, though? Turns out, though, you keep leaving your house when all the other kids are asleep. Hey, don't call me a kid. I can't deny anything you said, but your suspicion is misplaced. I don't even have a motive to kidnap or murder people. Of course, nobody does. Anyway, how do you know all that? Are you a stalker or something? As I said, I wasn't the only one who suspected you. You'll have to ask Kaichi if you want to find out. Kaichi seemed like a decent person when we met in the library. I think they're a third year. All the elite class students that we met have all been third years. We're a second year, so They have to be at least 18. 17, 18? I cannot believe he was deceiving me. But personally, I doubt a frail girl like you could have killed so many people without at least 2 scratches. Especially considering that most of the victims seem capable of taking care of themselves. I decided not to respond to his insults. I would rather he not think I actually have the capacity for murder. In the end, I asked Kaichi to investigate the haunted house. Wait, you know where it is? It was only another name for the temple. I suspected as much when I saw the white-haired kid snooping around there a few times. At each of the crime scenes, a single charm was found, and the patterns on them were identical to the ones found in the temple. That kid was the only person I saw go there frequently enough to copy them. You really never suspected a thing. I must admit, Sachiro has acted strange a few times, but that was only because... Oh, I can't read! But that was only because he was confused. So what you're saying is that Sachiro used to live in the temple and is leading a secret life as a monk, and that he uses charms to kill people. You aren't taking this seriously. Am I supposed to? You're being ridiculous. I mean, it's possible Sachiro is involved in the crimes, but maybe unwillingly. For now, this is only a theory. It doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. Like I said before, you don't need to be involved in this. Mind your own business and stop playing devil's advocate. Although I cannot believe Chain's words, there is something odd about Sachiro. How did you two meet anyway? It was just a coincidence. I bumped into him at the park. I'm trying to track down the kid since the first murder came to light. Who knew he was hiding here all this time? He's not like that. If you run into the kid again, let me know. I'll live a street down at number 999. Oh, so that's how you knew I kept leaving the house. I don't want Sachiro to get arrested, but the police might be able to help him figure out what happened. Chin glances at his watch and stands up before he walks out the door. Before he walks out the door, I blurt out a question. Why do you always wear a gas mask? Do you work with the sewers or something? Chin pauses before slowly turning towards me. He deliberately touches his mask as he begins to speak. I'm just tired of the smell of death. A chill runs down my spine when I process his words. If he's been investigating the crime scenes, I can't imagine. Chin has figured out something I don't know. I can try believing him this time. Thatcher's identity has been a mystery. For all I know, he could be one of those priests or monks. Once Chain is finally gone, I retreat to my room, hoping the journalist will give me answers. Okay, I think that's a good place to stop. Whoa! Wow, okay. I went big brain. Let me see. I know! I went big brain. I'm smart! I called it out. I feel so accomplished. That leads me to wonder how this is gonna go and how this is gonna end. Cause so far And I wonder how much of the other boys are involved. Okay, we only saw the redhead once last time I played. The blue-haired boy with the yellow eyes popped up here and there, once last time and once this time. The guy who broke into my house hasn't showed up at all since. Yes, I saved. Yeah. Oh yeah, let me show you the CGs that we got this round. This is the first one. He's so cute. Look at him. His eyes are open. This is the second one. He was in a tree and he fell down. And then this one got me good. Look at that. This compared to his sprite, that's a whole different man. That's a whole different man compared to his sprite. What? He's so tiny. He was so tiny and cute in these two, and then he's like, man, in this one. Oh, this is his first CG for Chain. Staring at our house. Image 2 locked. Is the second version of that? Okay. Extra archive. Deja vu from like another game? Oh! All of them? Or just Chain? Because if it's just... It must have happened maybe a long time ago. Maybe before we met. I feel like you definitely might have used maybe Chain. That's the only one I can think of you possibly using. Yeah. Either that or maybe someone else, maybe maybe someone else used them and you just interacted with them, you know. Let me move back to chatting. Close this. Ooh. lower this for a little bit. Okay. But yeah. Oh my god, I big brain. So we'll continue Dark Knights next week. I want to see what happens. I want to see what's gonna happen to Sachiro. He ran off. Who knows if we're gonna see him again? Yeah. He's a ghost. And like that more explains why he would prefer to meet up at night. You know? Instead of, you know, meeting up in the day and exploring the places around in the daytime. But yeah, so that's everything. I didn't expect to lose my voice. The stream. I didn't realize it until like I was like, oh what, an hour and a half in? Almost 2 hours in? And I'm like, dang, my voice. I think it's slowly coming back now. But who knows? But tomorrow I am playing a game called Retrace. Yeah, maybe I'll go get some tea when I end stream. I have a water bottle with me that I've been sipping on. I think tea will help a little bit better though. Yeah, tomorrow I'm playing a game called Retrace. I was like looking at some comments about it. And it looks pretty interesting. It has some like mystery to it too. So there'll be more action to it. It's an RPG format. So I'll be able to like move the characters around, not just read. And then on Friday we're finishing, finally finishing Lead 2 and starting Lead 3. It's been a while since we touched Lead. Thought it was finally time to finish that. And then I'll be off the weekends, as per usual. But yeah, that is everything for today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Yee. I'll see you soon, too. I'm assuming you're home. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there once I make tea. I'll get a cup, then I'll be right on. Bye bye, and see you in a few minutes.